Good morning, Steve Zonardi here with Treviso Realty in Southwest Florida. Happy Monday morning. Talk about inventory. Actually, I was talking to a friend at the gym. So the Camerata Developments released a little bit of information on the Kingston. So I'm going to take a look at that. We're going to review it quickly during this mornings with Steve, and then I'm going to actually do a second segment so we can go more in depth with it. But inventory right now, we're at 22,525 units with 666 sales. So in the or closings rather in the last 7 days. So that's really robust. Let's say in Southwest Florida. And for Estero, 764 units with 37 closings in the last 7 days, which is great. Again, we're on fire. I think we're at 48 deals as of today, just out here this way. So, and again, there's a ton more to come along going forward. And we're also, good news is, exciting news rather, we just hired a hybrid realtor rather. So it's going to be slash admin, slash prospecting, slash fill in the gaps regarding real estate, basically with showings and stuff like that, something that I can't do all the time. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a great help also for the property management segment. The lady that we're hiring actually has her license for to take on larger developments regarding property management, which is great. So it's the CAM license, which is going to be fantastic going forward. If we want to expand that business, we have the opportunity because we'll have the license to go forward. So very excited with that. Again, talking about sales out this way, I know every week we face a new difficulty regarding the builders where we can't get builders to release properties. Also, Lennar has sold out the villas in Verdana Village, so those are all gone. We're not going to have any more villas to sell. And the good news is that if you look at my clients that bought last year for $335,000, we bought 4 at one time, and then we had end users. So I think we had about 7 to 8 of those properties on Hinckley that we picked up for clients. Either it was end users or investors. But we had them at $335,000 to $345,000, and the end users at $350,000. Now we had a client that came in, had to drop his license, can't sign a contract till June 1st, and we did that deal at $375,000 rather, and that's still bulk pricing based on the amount that we buy. So let's just say they're selling to the general public for like $380,000, $385,000. Good news is that even there was another client that flew in from New York looking for a villa. Can't get them a villa because they're all gone. And then let's check resale. Maybe we can get them into a resale because they're still all fairly new. And they're $410,000. They're listed at $410,000. So, I mean, just based on that, let's just say it sells for $400,000 to $410,000. My clients are up like 15 to 17 to 18% on year over year. Let's say on appreciation, which is fantastic. And it's good. We're basically heading into a market that we thought we were going into, and thankfully everything that I professed is coming to fruition, which is always a good it's a good pat on the back as a professional, because we're trying to read the market the best we can. We're putting our own chips on the table, like cash into these properties based on what we're seeing, and they are going to what we exactly said they were going into, which is obviously heavy appreciation and going forward, so which is great. So turn of events. Again, we're following a lot of the migration with families moving. That's always like a big influx of cash, so that's very important. But yeah, let's shift gears. We'll take a look at this Kingston briefly, and then I'm going to do a separate video on it right now. So let's take a look right now. I don't know if there's internet problems, but it seems very slow, my internet. So this is the map that just got released, which is cool. I mean, we're looking forward for a while. So again, Verdana Village is here. You can kind of see this is phase 1 and phase 2, so West and East Village. And this is now the Kingston. So down the road, it's literally about 3 miles down the road. I was actually driving by there on Saturday and clocked it. So about 3 miles down the road. Kingston Estates South, they're actually building model homes here. We have to go. I had my drone crash. That's why we had no more footage of stuff in the last like 3 months. Hopefully it comes back this week so we can shoot some more drone footage here. But yeah, so the model homes are going here in the Kingston South Estates. We got nice commercial right on the south side of Cork Street, which is fantastic. And then Kingston South, I'm not sure which developer is going to be there. That might be like Poltain, Lennar, maybe it's going to be one community. It sort of looks like that's packaged like that. And then the Esplanade is already ready to go on the north side of Corkscrew. And this is going to be imperative right here. If you kind of look at this yellow dotted line here, this is imperative because this is a road that connects Corkscrew to the 82, which will alleviate traffic clearly, because now all this development or people living out here in Lehigh, they could just drop off on this 82 and just shoot straight up, or jump on this road to the 82 and shoot out, because this is going to be considered, like, this goes into Alico clearly, right? I think so. No, Alico's down here. Okay, so this is still 82, so different road. But Alico's supposed to be the most busiest road in Lee County, and then 82 is going to be just adjacent to it because it's got a lot of flow on it. So really cool going forward. I'll show a little bit more about the stuff that's happening there in the other video, but just to kind of give you a brief outline on that. What are we seeing now for snowbirds? Obviously, a lot of people have left the state, especially our counties here in Lee and Collier. We've noticed, like, obviously a lot of leaned up roads. Also, church is leaned up as well, so we're pretty good. But also, still a lot of people out here. Now, I'm not sure how this place would have been 10 years ago. Maybe Trent can speak to that. But I mean, ultimately, how was bird season 10 years ago here? That's a good question. Yeah, like the snowbirds when they all left. Was it like a ghost town, or yeah? There's still a lot more people now, like Flo, right?
Yeah, a lot more different,
yeah, that's what we're seeing. I mean, it's just like it's always a battle. Like, do you go on the East Coast or the West Coast for people that are moving in? I think we picked the right section for our children, to be honest, to raise them here. I think this is a great place to raise your kids, have them grow, and also a great place to live. And then the East Coast is great if you want to go for the weekend, have some fun, and then come back to normality. Because reality is, when you're living somewhere for full time, you don't want to have all that noise and like heavy tourism all day, because it will become annoying. Unless you're retired and that's what you like. But I mean, as raising a family, it'll be annoying, right? So that's pretty much it for this one, and we're gonna do a quick video on the Kingston directly next video. Have a great day.